I see some things are popping in and out like it's not connecting, but it comes back. So we're going to go ahead and hopefully we will remain there because we've been having some technical issues.
It's all right. It's all
And I'm not sure if it's where we are, but we're going to go ahead and get started. And good evening to everyone. Thank you, as always, for coming in to Everlasting Praise, a next level ministry. This is your midweek motivation. And as always, I am and ever will be your host, Deborah Davis. Listen, remember that we are here on Wednesdays because we want to motivate, we want to inspire, and we want to encourage. We want to give tips and tools and hopefully help you growth. Hopefully, it will help you become a better you. Hopefully, what we have to say will motivate you to think differently and to walk spiritually. As always, remember, I tell you each and every time that while I am speaking these words to you that God has given to me, definitely I am not only talking to you, but I am talking to myself. Good evening, Sister Sherry. Good to see you this evening. I'm glad you're doing all right. And while I am getting started, I want to, before I forget, ask you of two things that I would like everyone to do, if at all possible. Preston Malone has lost his mother. She has transitioned on last night, and we want to ask that you keep him in your prayers, him and his family. And then also, I'm asking for your prayers for myself for a conference that I have to speak at on Saturday at the Empowerment Central Church on Malcolm X Boulevard in South Dallas. They are having a women's conference, and it starts at 10 o'clock. And if you can make it, come on out. It is free, and they will be serving brunch afterwards. And they have a wonderful array of speakers that have different topics. And I am going to be speaking on grief. And so I am asking your prayers in regards to my strength in that area and that the presentation be what God would have it to be. So, as always, we are going to move directly into our series. We are still in the series The Collective, and this is part 3 of 4. We will have one more to go. Good evening, Pastor Davis. God bless you. And we are going to go ahead on tonight. So, this is part 3 of 4, and we are going to move into um, resilience. Tonight will be resilience. God bless you, Mother Edith. Thank you for joining us. And so, tonight we're talking resilience, the strength to rise again. And we are going to be utilizing, as we start off into our introduction, Isaiah 40 and 31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Praise God. Listen. When life breaks you, resilience restores you. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes it is breathtaking in its own beautiful way. And then in other times, it's a gut wrenching in its brutality. It is disappointment, it is trauma, it is betrayal, it is grief, and setbacks are part of the human experience. But one of the most extraordinary traits that we possess spiritually as well as psychologically is resilience. Resilience is actually more than survival. It's the internal grit and grace that allows you to bounce back after being stretched, bent, or broken. It's not pretending that everything is okay. It is choosing to heal and keep going even when it's not. Now, in the collective, resilience isn't about having it all together, it's about holding each other together. It's that shared strength that we build when we refuse to let hard seasons define us and definitely not defeat us. Psychologically, resilience is the learned ability to adapt, it is the ability to recover and grow through the adversity. Spiritually, it's rooted in our hope, the endurance, and the promises of God. You may not be able to control the storm, but through God and the support of your collective, you can learn to stand again. You can soar again and you can smile again. So let's look at what it really means to be resilient, not just for ourselves, but for those who walk beside you. Remember, your collective, that is your community, that is your tribe, that is your family, whatever you want to call it, but it is a collective group of people that have like minds that come together to meet a particular goal because they are working together, they are holding each other up, and they are moving in sync. So, resilience begins with how you process pain. James 1 and 2 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and my sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Pain, we know, is definitely inevitable, but suffering is often prolonged by avoidance. Resilience doesn't ignore pain, it learns how to process it. The way you respond to adversity shapes your future more than the adversity itself. Psychologically, resilience is built through healthy emotional processing, naming your pain instead of suppressing it, seeking help instead of hiding your hurt, and giving yourself permission to grieve, breathe, and believe again. I know that in the recovery community, the first thing it says that we have to admit that we are powerless. We have to actually name that pain. We have to identify it because how can you work on it if you don't actually put a tag on it? You're running around in circles. You have to be specific in what you are trying to overcome. You have to be specific because every different pains take different type of ammunition other than prayer. Now, prayer is standard, but there are other things that sometimes you have to give that pain and you have to use it differently. You have to approach it differently. So, naming your pain instead of suppressing it, seeking the help and instead of hiding your hurt, giving yourself permission to grieve, breathe, and believe again. Spiritually, trials are not punishments, they're pathways to perseverance. James doesn't tell us to endure the pain, but to count it as joy because through it, something deeper is being developed. Resilience is not about bouncing back to who you were, it's about becoming stronger than you are right now, than you were back then. Resilience gives you more strength to keep moving and keep pressing. Take inventory of all of your past struggles. Look at the things that you have already gone through, and then look at the process that you went through to get through that trauma and the healing that it took. And then understand, look where you are today because you're definitely different than you were on the original pain itself, what you started with back then. This may be something new, true that, but you've got better ammunition to work your way through it because you are resilient. Number two, resilience grows through support and surrender. God bless you, Sorrow Barrett. God to see you. God, good to see you. 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses. See, culture tells us to be strong on our own, but real resilience is not forged in isolation. It's grown in surrender and strengthened in community, in your collective. Support doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're wise. God designed us for relationships. Trying to endure life alone is like trying to breathe without oxygen. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on. I mean, granted, now, look, we're not talking about the simple things of life where, okay, I'm a single person. I live in my own apartment. I live by myself. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the things that we are trying to achieve as a collective. We're talking about things that when you go through, you have a collective to call on, a group, a support group that can help you. Everything. You cannot just endure things by yourself. This is why you have to speak your truth, speak what is going on so that someone can offer you the strength and the help and the support that you need. You are not by yourself. You do not have to fight your battle by yourself. People of God, hear me. Hear me. Resilience. We have to be resilient. So resilience grows through support and surrender. See, support, again, doesn't mean that you're weak. It means that you are wise. Wise enough to humble yourself and say, look, I need y'all to listen. Listen, I need your help. This is what grows in your relationship. You have to do that. Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means giving over. It is saying, God, I don't have the strength, but I trust that you do. That's when grace steps in. Psychologically, studies show that resilient people have strong social networks and a willingness to reach out during hard times. Spiritually, surrender creates a space for God to work beyond your limits. See, that opens up the door for God to walk in and take over. See, now you have totally surrendered what you're trying to do yourself, and you cannot do it without God. Who are your support people? Ask yourself that. And if you don't have any, maybe you might need to start building some. Maybe you need to just start involving yourself in some groups that bring prayer, that help you spiritually, that help you grow to where you can have a one-on-one support group, a combination of people who like-minded people or people who might have the same situations that you may have been going through that you just may get something from. I had to go to support groups, didn't know what it was with my husband at one time, but I tell you what, I learned a lot in regards to that particular issue in going with him, and it helped me to understand better. So you never know who is out there that can give you what you need. Number three, resilience becomes a legacy for others. 2 Corinthians 4 and 8, we are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. Your resilience doesn't just bless you, it builds hope in others. Every time you get back up, someone else gains the courage to do the same. In the collective, your comeback story becomes someone else's survival guide. Psychologically, resilience becomes contagious. It models strength, vulnerability, and most definitely determination. Spiritually, you become a living testimony, proof that God restores, renews, and redeems. You may not realize it, but someone is watching you right now wondering, is it still possible to heal? Is it still possible to rise? Is it still possible to believe again? Your life may be the answer to their question. So, reflect on the people who've influenced your own resilience. And now ask yourself, who might be watching my life right now? Be intentional. Share your testimony. Speak life into someone going through a storm. Mentor someone younger in faith. Your resilience is a seed of hope for the next generation. And understand this, and I believe this with all my heart, that we older saints, we have to be more resilient for the generations behind us. They are neurodivergent. They do not think like we think. They do not see it like we see it. And we have to be that example, not just in what we say with our mouth, but in what we do and how we walk and what they see us do as we move forward. So you're not broken, you're becoming. Resilience doesn't mean that you never fail. It means you rise with wisdom, humility, and deeper strength every time you do. So, in the collective, we are not a group of perfect people. We are people committed to growing, to healing, to bouncing back, and to walking together, even when the road is rough. Let these truths anchor you. You are stronger than you feel. You are not alone in this fight, and God's grace is deeper than your grief. So keep going. Just get up. Keep healing. Keep building. I'm not saying it's easy. Trust and believe. I have been down before. I have been down recently, and I'll probably go down with something else. But I'm going to stand up and I'm going to keep it moving because I will not let the enemy win. I have had too much of God's goodness in my life to just throw up both my hands and say nothing and do nothing. You can't, no, it's not going to be that easy because I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep moving because God said so. And God told me that He's not going to leave me, He is not going to forsake me. And He has ordered my steps. I have this conference on Saturday. I have to talk on grief of all things, but this is the ministry that has been placed in my lap since I have lost my child. And this is not only a healing for me, but I've got to stand there and be that spokesperson, that voice for God, so that someone else can heal and get through their grief. This is a new ministry, but I am not going to give up. I am not going to stop. If the opportunity comes, I'm going to be there because I know what the hurt is. I understand the hurt, and I am there because God has placed this in my lap to do this. And it's going to be done. I'm going to be that resilient person to help somebody. And I just really encourage each and every one of you, people of God, to stand strong and stand tall and walk in your godly purpose. Do it. Do what God has purposed you to do. You are a witness of overcoming. You are a witness of resilience and perseverance. You are a witness to long suffering, but you are also a witness of how God picked you up, brought you through it, and walked you out of it. And your resilience has held you strong. Each and every day, we sin in our thoughts. Turn a corner, somebody changes lanes in front of you, and you know you ain't saying nothing nice. You know you didn't. You sinning. No one is perfect. The thing is to grow from the imperfection and let us change the way we handle situations, circumstances, and trials. Resilience. Listen, people of God, keep going, keep healing, keep building. Because the collective needs your story, they need your strength, and they need your resilience. The enemy wants to define you by your pain, but God is developing you through the pain. You are not what you've lost. You are who you've become. So let your resilience speak louder than your wounds. People of God, let me give you the scriptures that I used tonight, and I thank you for listening to this. We came out of Isaiah 40 and 31. God renews the strength of those who hope in him. We touched James 1, 2 through 4. Trials build perseverance and maturity. 2 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10. God's power is perfected in your weakness. And 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 9. You may be struck down, but you are not destroyed. Oh my God, people of God, do you understand? Do you get the confirmation? There it is right there. Let us move forward in this collective. Let us do what God has called us to do. On next week, we are going to do part 4, which will be our last section of this series. And we will also end it at the same time. And we're going to talk on unity. So I want you to be there, please. I want you to come back so that you can finish this series. And I thank God as always for you guys listening. Keep me in your prayers, as I stated earlier, for Saturday's message that I have to give. And also keep Pastor Malone and his family in prayers in the loss of his mother. We want to pray for him as well. I love you all. God bless you for being here. Thank you for your time. And keep me in your prayers. Call me by name as I pray for you. And always remember, as I close my messages, God loves you. I love you. And guess what? I need you to stay driven, stay focused, and stay true to yourself. Be blessed.